It's Tracey and Noelle. They're gonna make you LOL on 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk.
Hello and welcome to 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk. I'm your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo, joined by my co-host, Noelle Winters H.
That's how I introduced myself in text message with you yesterday.
I know. I really enjoyed that. I was like, she's finally understanding that I am not using both of her last names.
And then you wrote H.
Thank you so much for being here today. 90 Day Fiance, The Other Way, Season 4, Episode 3. I know you don't like it. I don't hate it.
You know, I don't like it.
Yeah, you don't like this cast?
Here's the thing. I don't hate it. I think that once we get more into it, I'll like it more. I feel like it's a little boring right now because it's just too much waiting.
Too much waiting.
Yeah. So it's like there is going to be bad things happening. And I do want to see what happens. I do want the follow through. Like I'm looking and it's like, okay, Kris, sure. I want to see what happens with her. Jen, I don't really care what happens with Jen and Rishi, but all right. Just like Isabel and Gabriel, I don't really care about what happens with them. Nicole, care about what happens with Nicole.
I care.
I
Debbie,
do care.
Debbie, I care.
Okay, I care about Debbie.
I really care about Debbie.
I hate Danielle so much that I have to watch her. Because I want Johan to do bad things.
Yeah, I want him to leave her.
Say online to her.
I want him to come to America.
No, me too.
I want him to find someone else to bring him to America.
Me too.
I want to be like, hey, I don't know, like what you need to do. Like, I'll marry you. Just come here because she duped you.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be her.
You can't con the con artist, Danielle.
Yeah, no, she's the worst.
It's like she married him for a Dominican green card.
I know. So yeah, I don't hate this. It's just The Other Way was really good when like Jenny and Sami were on it. I really enjoyed it.
I know you did.
Yeah.
But you know what we have right now? We have what we have. And if you guys want to hear just more of us, go to patreon.com/trash talk podcast, where you will find over, I would say, 400 episodes of our bonus content.
Yeah.
Probably 5, probably 6.
I was
7.
scrolling looking for something the other day. I was like, I'm never going to stop scrolling.
Yeah, there's a lot of scrolling going on. Patreon.com/trash talk podcast. It's right down there in the show notes. If you're listening to us on audio, go subscribe to us on YouTube and vice versa.
Vice versa.
Vice versa.
Vice versa.
Let's jump in the pool with Kris and Jamie.
I have so many thoughts about Kris that I would never say on here because people would cancel me.
Right. No, I don't want you to get canceled. I do, although this is the least believable couple, and I'm including this new woman, what's her name? Debbie.
You think this is the least believable?
This is the least believable couple to me.
Okay.
This is the least believable couple to me in the world.
I don't know if I'd say in the world.
In the world.
I don't know. You haven't met my landlord. That's a less believable couple. But this isn't a great couple. Let's just say
I just don't. I don't believe it. I'm not feeling it. I don't know why. I mean, Jamie seems like she's like a little devious.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Jamie is a little full of it. I don't know. I have like weird thoughts about Jamie. Like in my mind, I am no one to judge. I don't know about anybody's sexuality. I don't think that she's attracted to Kris.
No, I don't think. Yeah. I don't think they're really even attracted to each other. That's what I'm saying. This is
maybe
the
they're
least
just
believable.
Lonely.
Yeah, this is the least believable couple. So Kris is on her way to meet Jamie.
Right. So
she's putting some deodorant on in the bathroom at the airport. I was happy that this wasn't a gallon of Angel spray.
Okay, so I was thinking that, but also you could have dyed your hair.
You could have washed your hair.
You could have washed it and dyed it. So you decided to move and meet your wife. Your
on television
for the first time with gray roots, an inch of gray roots.
But she's getting married in 7 days too.
Dye your hair. Get some nice and easy. Get some root touch-up spray.
Nice and easy.
Get some nice and easy. Get something.
Get some just for men.
Get some Feria just for men.
Because you could just brush it on your roots.
Yeah, I like that.
You could just blend the gray away.
You can. Just get the spray.
Put some eyeshadow on it.
Put some eyeshadow on it. Yes.
You like that?
Even some rouge.
Put some blush on your head. Set the powder. Just put some setting powder on your head.
Set it and forget it.
Cook a rotisserie chicken on your head.
She could. It looks like she did. The grease. The grease. There's a KFC bucket upside down on her head. That's what she wore on the plane.
Was she
What
in
is
Guns N'
that?
Roses?
What is that grease?
I don't know, but you can't just get. I mean, Olaplex is a brand new dry shampoo. You couldn't try it out.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I saw it on TikTok.
I
mean,
use
I'm
that
sure.
Batiste
Oh, someone could have given her something in PR, maybe
baby powder,
flour,
talcum powder,
cornstarch.
cornstarch. Did you see the pregnant girl on TikTok eating cornstarch?
No,
The one that we love. What it do, bitches? She
Oh yeah, she's having that
she-
thing.
pica, but it's not
Yeah.
because her iron isn't low. She's eating
But she's
cornstarch.
just-
I
oh,
watched her eat it by the spoonful. She was eating
Oh.
cornstarch.
Well, I use that in my stir fries.
But
so
she was
that's delicious.
pretending that it was like bleach spray. It's crazy. Guys, go
What?
find it.
Why don't the right people eat bleach?
The right people.
It's
At the
never the
right
right
time.
people. It's never the right people.
It isn't.
All right, so they meet in the airport, and she had asked Jamie to move into a bigger apartment because she wants an American kitchen.
But what I don't know what that means.
I don't know either. All I know is that in different countries, there's kitchenettes a lot of
Right.
times.
Sure, like a galley almost.
No, meaning like there's no full stove. There's like a hot
Like 2
plate.
burners.
It's like, right. Sometimes it's a hot plate, a mini fridge.
Mini fridge.
Right. No
Yeah.
oven.
Yeah.
So
okay.
she picked it out without her
Mhm.
and went $100 over the budget that her and Kris had agreed to.
Okay, but Kris, you let this happen.
And now you're coming there.
Right. So you don't get to complain.
You don't get to complain. Also,
Yeah.
there's no furniture.
No, there's none. This is where she was like painting on the wall or right. I don't know
guess.
what she was doing. Yeah.
Also,
But there's Zoe. The doggy.
I love Zoe, the small dog.
Me too. I want to live with Zoe.
Zoe's so cute, but Zoe has to live in a house with a bed. This is the least comfortable looking bed I've ever seen in my life. This is a cinderblock mattress
Mm-hmm.
with a red sheet over it. And then for a fact, it's 2 boobs instead of pillows.
Those look like the most uncomfortable pillows in the world.
I hope there's other pillows in the closet.
Okay, right. Because there was no other pillows underneath the boobs.
Right. And I was getting upset because I'm thinking about like when I go to live with my wife in Colombia
Uh-huh.
and I arrive and she has 2 novelty pillows
Mm-hmm.
on my cinder block bed,
Uh-huh.
I would move.
I bet Isabel has better pillows. She's in Colombia.
I guess I would have to go to Isabel's
Mhm.
house.
I would rather go there anyway.
Yeah. I'd be like, Isabel, Gabriel, move
Uh-huh.
over.
Pillows.
Move over. I need to sleep on your couch.
Because they're just on a full-size mattress too, right? This is full.
Terrible. It could be queen, but it
Oh,
doesn't.
no, man.
Here's the thing. It doesn't matter. It's
Yeah,
made of
and they're-
cement.
Okay. What skeeved you out the most about like all of this?
Tell me.
What skeeved me out the most is
Mhm.
everybody puts lingerie on without showering.
Okay. I'm so glad you said that.
Okay.
I saw them put on their outfits.
Mhm.
First of all, it was just like,
What are we doing? Right.
why are we doing this? Why are we
Okay,
doing
honestly
this?
though, Kris belonged on Rock of Love. Suddenly she comes out with her hair tossed over and
Okay.
these tattoos.
But you still didn't take a shower. You still didn't wash your hair. You still
Yeah.
didn't cornstarch flour your head.
What do you smell like?
Layers of deodorant.
The first night with your wife. I told you someone's vagina was gonna smell. I told you.
Noelle.
Sorry. Not
But also-
sorry.
Well, besides the smellies,
Yeah.
she also, Kris lets Jamie know that she has night terrors and hallucinations, and she might kick her karate chopper in her sleep.
Okay, but it's like, okay, I don't want to sound ignorant. Don't they make some kind of medicine for this?
I don't know, but like, don't you just maybe we would have like twin beds like Lucy and Ricky.
Lucy and Ricky. I
Mhm.
was just talking about this because I watched the I Love Lucy channel on Pluto.
I love it.
I think that Kris, I'm just calling this now, I think she's a hypochondriac.
Maybe. I mean, she could really have narcolepsy.
No, I know, but I feel like there's everything wrong with her.
You know what's wrong with her?
What?
Take a shower.
Yes, right. She's dirty.
That's wrong with her right now.
Like you sat on the bed in your airplane clothes.
No, I know.
Yuck.
But it's like, I hope that's not a real bed. I love that I did not really pay attention when I was taking notes, and I've
Okay.
taken notes of all different couples in all of the different things.
All of the land.
Do you
Okay.
have any other thing about Kris and Jamie?
So let's see what I have last. Boob pillows, warns her she has night terrors and hallucinations. They have surprises for each other. Lingerie without showers. And then
Yeah.
kicks the cameraman out. That's it.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah. Okay, goodbye. You guys get out.
Goodbye,
That's what they used to do
guys.
on Cribs.
Yes.
Get a life.
Yes.
Please.
No, seriously, guys, you got to go
Yeah,
now.
no, get out.
All right. Well, you
Mhm.
broke the wall. So
Mm-hmm.
moving on from them to Jen and Rishi.
Yes.
She takes out her mom's wedding dress from 1971.
Her mom should have had that dress preserved, not for nothing.
Okay. It looks like it was stained with tea.
But that's what I mean. It looks like she sweat through the whole dress.
Should we maybe take it to the cleaners?
I would think.
Maybe call the laundry guy.
Yeah, I would think.
She's moving to India and her family takes her to the airport. And he's not going to be staying with her in her place.
Right.
Okay, that's good.
I love that it's like the family wants to know what they'll do, what she's going to do when she has a nervous breakdown.
She seems well.
Okay, good. I'm glad this is what they're
Her brother
wondering.
has zero faith in this. And
He's also like a jerk, though, I think.
no, I know. Jen is on the plane and she finally realizes it's real because she's flying in the air on a plane.
You know, what's so crazy is none of these people on the show realize like you can just fly back if you
Okay,
don't
but
like.
also you're not moving to India. You're going to
No,
India.
none of you are moving. None.
None of you are moving. Well, I don't know because then she gets hit with that hot Indian air.
And it just smells so different. That's how you know you're not in America, because of the smell.
Well,
Okay.
we go over to Rishi's house and his mother is cooking on a hot plate
Mm-hmm.
and his whole entire family lives together. Uncles, aunts, cousins. His dad had died.
Right.
And his sister got married. So they're talking about his sister's spouse. And his mom is like, now it's time for you to find a girl.
Because I don't want to do the housework anymore.
Right. So his mom is going to send him into an arranged marriage. And he
Right.
can't tell Jen because she's too sensitive. She gets so mad when her boyfriend gets married to other women.
But that's what I mean. It's like, okay, you can't tell her because she's going to get
Mhm.
mad. But it's like, you're going on dates?
But
You wonder
who
why.
wouldn't get mad?
You're
But oh yeah,
engaged.
she's so crazy. She hates when I get married to someone else that's not her, even though she's moving to India to marry me. God,
Why?
Jen, stop being so
why-
nuts.
Why did he propose to her? Why? What's his angle?
I don't know. Maybe some publicity.
Maybe, or maybe she has money and he doesn't. I don't know.
I don't know. Do you have anything else on them?
Let's see. Mom wants to stop housework and have a joint family. That was it.
There's no way to trust my notes on this, so I just want to tell you.
Okay, I'll always read the end of my notes. No, because they stopped with his family. There wasn't much of Jen and Rishi at all.
Right. All right, so we're moving on to
Isabel.
and Gabriel.
Mm-hmm.
She's waiting for Gabriel to come there and move. So she meets with Samuel and Manuel.
Mateo.
Oh, see, I just made that up.
Samuel and Mateo at Chiquita.
Do you like how I name them Samuel and Manuel?
I know. That's why it's like, really?
This
It's
is
Mateo
like
with one T.
this is like Eric and Sam, right? Isn't that from the Lord of the Rings? Those are the twins, Eric and Sam. Sam
Oh,
and
I don't
Eric?
know. Those are the guys from True Blood. It's the vampires, Sam and Eric.
Mm,
Oh,
I
no,
think
I'm sorry. It's Eric, and then Sam is the shapeshifter.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say.
Sorry, I'm just saying. I love True Blood.
So Sam introduced her to Gabriel, and
Right.
she shows that like she has all these gay friends, and she's gonna welcome him home with a rainbow panties banner.
Right. You know what, though? Did you notice the table they were sitting at?
No,
Well,
they were sitting on the floor.
What, Isabel and Samuel and Mateo?
They were sitting on the floor, Noelle. I
They
didn't
were sitting
realize
on
it
the
until
floor?
yes, when they zoomed out, they were sitting on the floor.
Wow, I didn't notice that.
I was like, oh my God, I would be so uncomfortable.
Well, the table that they're sitting at is like the tea table you and I were talking about, except it's like a butt and legs. It was just a bent over torso. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
It was
I'm
a
like,
tea
I
table
would
'cause they
like
were
this
sitting on the
table.
floor.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was like a tea table. It was an Indian
Oh, that's
tea table.
crazy. Yeah, there you go. So no one knew that Gabriel was trans, and
Right.
they asked her how the encounter was.
Right. Like how was the sex?
Right.
Mhm.
And she said it was amazing, but she
Mhm.
has one question really mainly.
Where does the semen come from?
You know, say,
I have that question.
¿Dónde está el gato?
Okay. Well, I never thought about that before. And I think that that's a very interesting question, but why didn't she ask? I would ask.
Maybe it's just silly string.
Silly I would get a yeast infection. Sorry. I just would.
Oh God. So
Uh-huh.
they also ask if the kids know about his quote unquote condition.
Right. I know his condition.
I'm like, is something
Interesting
lost
way to
in
put it.
translation here? I feel like maybe.
I just don't understand. Well, you're right, because it's a TV show. Nobody needs to know. What does
But
it matter?
we're on the television.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So she doesn't know how her dad will react, but her mother's fine with everything, but her dad's very religious.
Right.
So Gabriel's moving to Colombia today.
Mm-hmm. And she's gonna be sauced. Drinking the mojitos. Oh,
His sister
boy.
drives into the airport and they talk about maybe never speaking again.
Yeah, I mean, she's very annoying, his sister.
Yeah, she's like, "Hey, what happens if
We don't talk for 15 years.
He's like, "Oh, okay, well, I'll call you tomorrow."
Right. And then she's like, I love to get up at 8 a.m. and like bother him. You wouldn't be my sister anymore. I wouldn't talk to you for 15 years.
And that is why we won't talk for another
Yeah,
15
stop
years.
getting up at 8 a.m. and bothering him.
So he said that he was afraid to come out to her family because his ex's family did not accept him and they wound up breaking up.
It's so crazy. He's like, they didn't speak to him. And it's like, how could people just make you feel even worse just by not talking to you? And it's like, that's terrible. They wouldn't even
That was deep,
acknowledge
right?
him. Yeah.
That was really deep.
It made me feel really, really shitty. I hate that.
I know. I did not enjoy that either.
But I wish that they would have showed us more, because we're just getting snippets of everybody.
But we got a lot of our favorite person, Nicole and Mahmoud.
You know that she is the star of the season. They wanted to make Jen the star, but Jen is not the star. It's Nicole. She's a mannequin. She's a mannequin. She is a mannequin.
Her parents are coming from Idaho.
Also, she looks much better without bangs. I hate these bangs on her.
And the movers are going to put her stuff in storage because she is
Right.
moving to Egypt.
Is she?
No,
Right.
She's going to Egypt. Can't we just say going?
Also, you know that you don't like it because you've done this before.
Okay. And she says that, but let's move on. Her
Right.
dad's shirt with the bears. It's like that famous wolf shirt, but just
Yep.
with bears.
Yep.
You love her dad. I love her dad.
I love her dad. They sell that like where we get like those discount cigarettes in Virginia.
Yes.
They sell those shirts.
I love this shirt.
I like her parents. They're an odd couple, but I like her dad.
I like them.
Let's
I like
say.
her dad a lot. So
Wanda and Harold.
Mahmoud would have liked to have been warned by her dad about what he's getting into.
But her dad calls him Mac Moose.
Okay, her dad says, quote, "I think she really loves this Mac Moose." I loved him. He said it so confidently.
I love it.
This man
He means it.
I just love him. I love everything about him. He's trying so hard.
Yeah. He's pretty nice. I like him. He doesn't really bust her chops, even though he really could.
I gotta tell you, I think that they know what I think that they know what they're dealing with her.
Agreed.
That it's like, hey, we pick our battles. They found out on Facebook that she got married.
That's so mean to do to your parents.
But her parents are just like, yeah, this is kind of who she is.
That's who she is. Yep.
Oh, they got married at someone else's wedding because they got married in court, but then they had to get married in kind of, I guess, a religious ceremony.
That it very much. I wish that I knew more. I wish you would have elaborated, because it's like we crashed someone's wedding. We were just sitting at this table with a big box of cake, and it's like I saw Pepsi's there. I didn't see cake. You guys all had a Pepsi.
That's your kind of wedding.
How does that work? It's like, well, so I don't know who officiates a wedding.
It's a religious wedding. That's what it was.
Right. But I'm saying, you know how like a Jewish wedding is a rabbi.
Yeah.
So it's like, so I know it's not a rabbi, but it's like, do you have to go where the rabbi is? It's like, oh, here's a wedding. Here's a rabbi. Let's go have him marry us.
That's exactly what they did.
Interesting. Even though it's somebody else's wedding. That's so great. Let's catch him while we can.
He was there. And
That's
that's
so
the thing.
crazy.
Yup. That is exactly what they did. So she tells them, they're like, oh, would you ever want to be Muslim? She's like, oh, I am Muslim. I converted 2 days before the wedding because I want my kids
Uh-huh.
to be the same religion as us. I just had to get a paper from the mosque. And I didn't know that it was just more than like just saying the prayer out loud. She didn't
Yeah, it
know.
was so much more to it. And she doesn't follow anything of
She
the
doesn't
religion.
need to follow the
Mhm.
rules, and she will not conform, and she will never, ever
Ever.
put on her hijab.
And she doesn't follow dietary restrictions.
She doesn't follow any rules. She doesn't have to.
Okay, but here's the thing. This is where it's like, oh, you're an asshole like Angela, like everyone else. It's like there's no respect for other cultures. He's not doing this because he's trying to be mean to you, where he's telling you to
Yes,
cover up or change the way you dress. It's his beliefs, it's his culture.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how you met him. You met him. He was
Right.
this. Okay. So
Mhm.
he's 30. He was working at this fabric store for 12 years, and he really, really loves her, even though they're in different worlds. I think he's on Mars. That's
he
what
is not
world.
well.
No. So
He's on a different planet than her, though.
yes, yeah. Well, women are from men are from Mars, women are from Venus. So.
Yep, there you go.
So they fight about clothes, and they fight so much that she leaves him. LOL.
And it's like, oh, she left me. I was so sad.
I was super sad, but
Okay.
like now she's like, whatever, I'll come
He's
back.
a
And I'm like,
child.
yes. So, well, she remember she said I met a boy. Like she refers to him as a
Right.
kid.
Well, he's 30, she's 38, which isn't that much of a difference.
no,
but
but
he
he's-
seems much younger.
He's a 17-year-old, 30-year-old.
Yes.
He never had a girlfriend before. So we meet his brothers, and his
Right.
brother Ahmed, who apparently eats rocks for lunch.
Yes.
He married a woman from China, so he kind of gets like what's going on.
I did like what he said. He's like, it was hard at first, but like she wanted to be with me. I wanted to be with her, and we worked on ourselves. Great. That's great. I really did like the way he said that.
Yes. So she is I don't know where to go with this because I
let's
think
see.
that yes, okay. So I have to go back to my other notes about Kris.
Oh, about her. Okay.
So she's staying in a hotel with her parents.
With her parents. Do you think that one is in one bed and she's in the other bed? Sorry, I'm stifling a hiccup.
No, it's fine. She said that she hates Egypt and she does not want to go. And her dad's like, well, I could never go there.
I know. And he's like, I don't think he has a passport. Like, because he's making it also like he physically couldn't get there. Like, there's no way to get there ever.
Right. He's like, I only walk. So
right. So
don't
that's
know.
the only way.
Yeah. Well, she arrives in Egypt.
She arrives in Egypt, and I did like her little beret look. It had been very cute.
Noelle.
Yeah.
She's a dominatrix, right?
Why?
She's like a robot. Like there's something that we don't know
Yeah,
about
no,
her.
she's like, see, I would say artificial intelligence, not intelligent. Artificial non-intelligence. Yes. That's her. Because like she's a mannequin. She is mannequin. She is like the Twilight Zone episode where the mannequins come to life for like 2 weeks and they have to go back to the mall. She never went back to the mall. That's what it is. She's just out roaming.
Can we go to the mall this week?
Yeah, we can go to the mall this week.
Okay. I want to go to the mall. I bet you we could find her.
I mean, I guess, but
sisters.
it's like they're waiting for her. That's like where she has to go. I think it's like the 12th floor or something. They're like, it doesn't exist, but it does for the mannequins.
It does. Nicole, go.
Nicole, go. They're waiting for you. Go.
They have the cutest outfit for you. Please.
It's like, go back.
You can wear that black suit.
That would be great on a mannequin. Little beret.
She doesn't know if she's allowed to show affection ever.
Just ever. I don't know if I could show affection.
That was affection?
Right. What?
She hugged him and she's like, I just want to show him how much I love him.
It's so weird.
I love him. Okay, now.
Yeah.
He said to her, like, hey, can you button your jacket? And she was like, oh, I know why. Oh, I know why.
Right.
Because my front was showing. So she's saying her crotch.
See, I thought she was saying like, I don't know, it was a crop top she had underneath or something.
No, it's because her crotch. You're not, because as a woman, you're not supposed to wear pants.
Oh, okay. I didn't even think about that. Okay.
Because
That
your
makes
crotch
more
isn't
sense.
supposed to be defined.
I love it. Your crotch. So like we're not supposed to see your camel toe, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even
Okay.
though Egypt.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay.
How do you think they get around?
Yeah,
to-
the toes. I see toes everywhere.
The camels, Noelle.
I know, camel toes. I
Moose
get it.
knuckles.
I know. That was my next one. Rocky Mountain oysters.
No, we're not just saying gross things. Stop. You're
I like
fired.
fiddlehead ferns.
Oh my
These
god.
are the things they make
Ramps.
on Chopped. I
Some
remember
of
the
spring ramp.
Mm-hmm.
Spring ramps have a delicious flavor.
Yum.
Very
Sea
mild.
cucumber.
So spongy.
They're like, it's just salty all the time, no matter what you do to it.
You can't
You
even
have
get
to
the
treat
salt
it
out.
good.
You do have to use to soak it. We meet my new favorite old lady,
Debbie.
Debbie.
Mhm.
She's not even that old. I mean, she's 67. I love this woman. She's at the thrift store and she said, I'm just like, quote, I hear a different drummer drumming.
Oh my God.
Debbie.
I love this.
Debbie, I do too.
Instead of she dances, what is it, to the beat of a different drum?
She hears a different
She
drummer
hears
drumming.
a different drummer drumming. So do you.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I hear Tommy Lee.
I know.
Who do you hear?
Tommy Lee's pretty hot. I would like to hear Tommy Lee. I don't really hear a drummer. I have to tell you. I hear more like an Axl Rose.
Oh, you have a lead singer in your head.
Yeah.
Not even like a Steven Adler.
No, I have like an Axl.
I have the drummer from Def Leppard. He's only got
It's-
one arm.
It's hard. Okay, that's a good drummer.
Yeah.
It's hard to sleep with Axl in your head all the time, though.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
But at least when you have Axl in your head,
And I've slashed in my heart.
you have Slash in your heart, and then you could also have the guy with the bucket head.
Oh, yeah. I can't remember what his name was. It Chicken Head?
was
Bucket Head. It was
Buckethead.
Buckethead. Yeah, it was
Buckethead.
Buckethead. That was so stupid.
There's a lot of Guns N' Roses references today on our podcast.
I'm feeling it.
You're welcome, guys. So she has an art studio. She makes jewelries out of,
Yeah.
non-precious
Semi-precious stones, right?
non-precious stones. She makes them out of, rocks from the
She used to
driveway.
like to go to the quarry. It's like, wow, how old are you? That was like my grandfather told me when he was little, they only had the cellophane from cigarette packs to play with. That's what he used to tell me all the
No,
time.
let me tell you something. I
Uh-huh.
learned about a quarry. I had a terrible relationship with an awful man that lived upstate,
Uh-huh.
and there was a quarry by his house.
Really?
And I'm like, I don't understand. He's like, it's a rock quarry. And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Well, what does that mean? He's like, it's a pile of rocks. And I'm like, but
Hmm.
I don't understand. He's like, when you need rocks, you go to the rock
You
quarry.
go to the quarry.
I'm like, I don't know what that means.
It's
Just a
not
pile of rocks? I call it a pile of rocks. I call it outside.
Go look for some semi-precious stones.
I guess I could.
Yeah.
She's always wanted to be a red-winged blackbird and fly away.
Okay. Interesting. There's a very interesting picture she's painting here.
Well, her mother had very severe mental health issues
Bad.
that definitely did not get passed down, so that's good.
Right. No structure, no healthy relationships.
She was married twice. Her first marriage was 4 years, and she had her son Julian, and his father turned out to be an alcoholic abuser. So her second husband, she married right after she got pregnant with her daughter. They were married for 22 years, and then he
Right.
started cheating on her in another country. She hired a private investigator and
Mhm.
found out that he had basically a separate
another
family.
life. Right.
Yes. Crazy.
Oh, what a jerk.
Well, I'm so glad that her first son, Julian, did not get any terrible, terrible qualities from her ex-husband
Why is he like this?
because he's a cop.
Because he's a lieutenant. Uh-huh.
Mhm. So he's the kind of cop that dedicates his life to it.
Oh, I know who he is.
I like to call these cops.
These are the cops at the 63rd precinct in Sheepshead Bay.
Oh, wow. So then she never thought she'd love again until she found Osama in Morocco. He's an artist and a poet, and they met on
Mhm.
social media.
He was commenting on her stuff, and then he was just like a tree root.
Yeah,
He
he was just
grew
like
in her heart.
grew in her heart, and then it clogged her pipes, and she had to get
Her
the
pipes blown out.
she had to get her pipes blown out, and it was just tree root rot.
Rot. Stankies. He always wears the hat in the pictures. And then I come to realize that's who she's painting. Her and him.
Mm-hmm.
Now it
She's
makes
just
so
a
much
shell
more
of a
sense.
woman. So after 6 months, she went to go meet him, and she
Right.
did not know his age until they met.
Sure.
Did you
And
think
then
he was
she's like,
67?
I can't
Wait,
do
wait,
this.
you think he was 67?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And then she's like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. Well,
Well,
you did it.
Not only can she will, and she's taking
You are.
supplements. She's gonna take some supplements. I would love to know
So
what she's taking.
many. Oh, probably like glucosamine,
Good
St. John's wort.
Noelle, are you
I'm an herbologist.
you work at GNC?
Uh-huh. I do.
Bilal and Shida went to go see you for their
Yes.
fertility.
Uh-huh. For their tea, their colon blast tea.
Well, Julian, we meet her son Julian. He is hateful. He is hateful in his heart, she says.
And that's right. And she's right. She's spot on the money
Mhm.
there.
He's a lieutenant, and he said that he has no job, and he also said that this man is catfishing her. Julian, honey,
I don't think you know what a catfish is.
I don't think you know what that means. So
No.
maybe, Lieutenant, just use the words that you know.
Yeah.
And then he said he's quote 24-year-old Moroccan male.
Okay.
We have a 24-year-old Moroccan male pulled over here. We're gonna need backup. Tell me you're a cop without telling me you're a cop.
We have a 5150 hold over here.
Oh,
No,
that was
it's so
good.
true, though.
That was
Yeah.
good, Noelle.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Wow.
Matt says things like that sometimes too.
I love that. I know all about that. Moving on
Yeah.
to Danielle and Johan. She's upset because he's cooking the books, but not the meat.
Oh God, yeah, it's a good one, Tracey.
Thank you.
It's good.
She said it's actually costing him money. Now, here's the thing. They both have
Yeah.
points. They both have points.
Sure they do.
He's like, yeah, I just started my business. At first, it cost money.
Right.
But he's not clearly communicating that with her.
Well, because I feel like the problem is, I don't like this. She comes on so strong that he's
that
like,
he shuts down.
get away from me. He's so
Sure.
shut down.
Right.
Right.
He's like, I'd rather hang out with the flies on the meat.
Yeah, me too. I'd rather flog the meat.
Get away from me or I'm going to flog you.
I'm gonna flog you.
She wants a timeline. She
Why?
wants to know because on that day she's going to make him close his meat
But
shack.
that's what I mean. She's like, how many months? And he's like, just because I told you 9 months does not mean it's
yeah, he's like, I'm not
then."
closing on that day.
Right.
He's like, the meat shack lives on in my heart forever.
That's right. Fridge or no fridge?
I don't care.
Ice or no ice?
I don't care. I don't care. So they're apartment hunting for a few months from now because that's how apartment hunting works.
Okay, but she needs everything.
Okay, but I
Now,
understand.
No. So do I. This would be me, but then don't complain because he can't help you pay for it, but
Thank
you
you.
want all of this
Thank
stuff.
you. She
Right.
wants 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a
Yes.
dishwasher, washer, dryer, pool, terrace, and parking. Thank you. Same.
Okay, me too, but then I would have that apartment for myself.
Right. And then you
Yeah.
could come visit me at my
Yes.
apartment.
Yeah.
And I would pay for it all.
But that's my point.
Yeah. I
Because
would pay
that's
for
what
it.
you want.
Right. And you could live with your family and we could do visits.
Because if it was up to him,
We could
he would
date.
just live by his family. Well, he would live in America, but yeah,
Right.
you could date.
Even though they're married.
Right.
So it's $2,000 a month. And he said, she's like, how much can you contribute? He's like, realistically, 5,000 pesos, which is 90 American dollars.
$90, right?
Don't ask the question then.
Right. I mean, he's being honest with you.
She's like, you eat that for breakfast. I don't think he eats $90 for breakfast.
I think she's trying to say all those nuts. Remember all the hotel nuts he had?
Oh my God, that's right.
She was very mad about it.
Okay.
Fair
enough.
And then she's like, do you cook? Do you clean?
She wants him to cook and clean, but he works and then she works from home. And she says to him, because he's like, listen, in the DR, in my culture, women do that kind of housework. And she's like, yeah, well, you're my wife.
But see, like the taking away a man's masculinity, I hate this.
Oh, see, I don't
hate
care
women
about that.
like this.
I don't care about that. It's not respecting a human.
But right, but I'm saying like I can't deal with women like her, but she talks down to him. That's my
All the
problem.
time. All
Yeah,
the time.
that's
She's better
my
than
problem.
him because she's
She's
American.
better than him. Yep.
Yeah.
And it's like this guy just wants to go to America. He could
Danielle.
do better than you.
Danielle,
Yeah.
stop.
Go away.
Go away.
Danielle, stop.
Why'd
you
you
pulled
marry
a
him?
bait and switch with him.
Yeah. Why'd you marry him?
She likes him. I don't know. To berate him.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. For a punching bag.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
she's
I
not
don't like it.
bad, not nice lady.
Bad lady.
Go to the mall with Nicole.
Go to the mall with Nicole. I just pictured Nicole like she just stopped. She gets there and she's like, I'm with my people again.
She was like, I just wanted to show him some affection.
No affection. I didn't know.
I don't know.
I hug him.
My crotch.
Mhm.
My crotch is out. My crotch is out well willy-nilly.
Oh, William Nilliam.
William Nilliam crotch.
I don't know.
Well,
These people are weird.
very weird.
They're all weird.
They're all very, very weird. I'm interested to see what happens. I wish it would happen quicker.
Yeah, well, me too.
Thank you. Can it happen quicker?
Like
TLC.
Debbie should be there already.
TLC. You know you
TLC.
listen.
You are listening.
Make it quicker.
Chop chop.
Don't make it this season 400 years, please.
Yeah, I mean the last season honestly was 6 months long.
I don't have it in me.
I can't do that again.
I don't want to do it anymore.
I'm gonna play dead.
I'm going to play dead, but you know what? Don't play dead. Leave us a 5-star rating and an amazing review on whatever platform you listen to us on. And make sure you follow the show on TikTok, Trash Talk Podcast. Noelle posts the most amazing clips by our clip master, Nikki Clips.
Clip
Nick the
master.
Nene on
Nene.
Instagram. Go follow him. Everything that you need to know is right down there in the show notes. TraceyCarnazzo.com for all of my upcoming show dates. Follow Noelle at NoeGirl on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. You could follow me at Trixie2Zini on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Check out some upcoming dates that I have. I'll be opening for Louis J. Gomez at Yonkers Comedy in March and Adrian Appalucci at Yonkers Comedy Club in April. So go over there. Check it out. I'll be coming to Canada. I'll be coming to Los Angeles. TraceyCarnazzo.com. Follow the podcast at 90 Day Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. And that's really it.
She's on a world tour.
I'm on World Tour.
World star hip hop.
I'm on World Star Hip Hop.
She is.
Thank you guys. Goodbye forever.
Bye forever.